Good morning. It's morning here in Pennsylvania. It's been a couple weeks. How have you all been? Well, let me tell you how I've been. Good. I haven't done anything. I haven't seen any shows. I had jury duty for 3 days. That was the first time I ever had to do that. I got picked and I'd be a juror for 3 days. The Mexican guys were getting tanked on Modell and stabbing each other. We had to figure out who was doing what. So we did that. It's crazy. Anyway, today I want to talk about the, and we just heard, but I want to remove this from the packaging first. I want to talk about this thing. I will show this. I love this artwork. This is like Iron Bonehead. If anybody's not familiar with Iron Bonehead, I think they're from Germany. They put out a lot of South American stuff too, though. This band being from Chile. I clicked on this because I think it's No Gleaming Light, and they'll put up some Iron Bonehead stuff. And that's a YouTube channel for people that don't know. Anyway, great source to find bands like this. Iron Bonehead from Germany. But Invocation, once I clicked on that, I loved it right away. I love this record. It's probably what I've spun the most that came out in 2024. The Mayhemic, I praised highly as well. This thing is just as significant. And I love everything about it. I'll quick show it for everybody who wants to. But packaging is outstanding. I love the artwork again. I'll do this again. That's right. Okay, that's pretty good. Outstanding. I don't know who did this, but lyrically, it's really cool too. There's almost like a dark atmosphere with opium. There's a song about opium thebucation, whatever, somniferum. Anyway, that's my favorite track on here. That's what we were just listening to. I absolutely love that. But every song on it's outstanding. The atmosphere about it is unique. It's and I want to say this carefully. It's like a tighter production. I mean, you just heard it. It's got the atmosphere around it for sure, but that's not entirely the focus. Their guitar sounds are kind of, I don't know why the word dry is coming to me. I guess because it's not a lot of gain, but it's so dark and moody, and it's part of the riffs. The riffs are a lot of mid-tempo tremolo picked, and it's a lot of the decisions of the drummer on how this goes. And he makes great decisions. Sometimes he just plays a stomping, regular 4/4 rock beat over these tremolo riffs. But everything is kind of short. Everything is concise, and no one riff is played too long. You almost, before you capture onto it, they're on to the next good change and transition. So they're really good at and keeping it, the album plays through all the way really well like an album. Let me just show a little bit of this. The booklet that comes with it is outstanding. Again, I have also purchased a shirt just because support the band, man. Anyway, yeah. Lyrics. Again, well written. Great artwork for every song. And again, this is Iron Bonehead. They do Somniferum. This is my favorite track. Outstanding track. If this is boring, I'm sorry. There's a couple more pages. Metamorphosis, great song too. Horn of Kalima. Yeah, great heavy stomping, but not in a New York fashion death metal at all. This is much darker. Like the drummer will rotate his blast beat styles and stuff. Sometimes they're all just on one type of, I guess, hammer blast. But he'll switch it up. There's a woman in the band, and she's very heavy, like her bass sound presence on the album. And important to me, I watched the live stuff. And what I like about this band most is they sound like the live, like it's impressive. This is sounds like they just were well rehearsed, went into the studio and captured it. And the drums are drums, and you can hear the whole band, what they sound like. And then you watch them live and you're like, wow, that's the same kind of atmosphere and delivery. There's a verb on the vocals and stuff like that, but the band sounds great sonically from stage volume. And what's cool is that's what this sounds like. Sounds like you can kind of were listening outside the recording room or something. They were just playing their songs. But great record. I'll just show a couple more that I thought kind of had some similar atmosphere. This is going to be a strange one, but if you took the Palm meeting, and this is just today, I've been making this video in my head for a while. If you took a lot of the feeling of this and remove the New York palm muting and replace it with slower tremolo picking, you can feel a lot of and I think that, and I say that from some of the highest regard, being in close proximity to Morpheus Descends where I live, just within a couple hours, even if that. And they were available, and I got to see them live in '95 and a couple of times throughout my life. But anyway, one of my favorite bands. And that kind of feels like, if you know this, that kind of Invocation has a little bit of that feeling. Fossilization from Brazil. This is, I don't know. I love this thing. I saw an interview with McKenty on YouTube, and I thought it was strange that McKenty was doing an interview with anybody, and he was doing an interview with this band because he heard the demo or the album before it came out or whatever. So then I went and listened to it, and I was like, wow, this is, again, has its own heavy atmosphere. I'd never really heard much like this either. Fossilization from Brazil. This is their first album, and it's just, again, steamrolls. I don't know. It's one of the heaviest things and darkest things, and it's due to drummers' selection too. Again, great decisions, weird beats that are you almost Neanderthal Tomb has a beat that is almost like when somebody would first pick up drumsticks and mess up a beat, but yet when they execute it, it's heavy as hell. I don't know, but they are musicianship. It's cool that the drummer, they do have all the musicianship. The drummer's great, and on the next record, they are even better. But of course, I heard this first, and it's my favorite. Again, through the decisions of the drummer. And one more record, and I'm going to shut up. And I'll wrap it back up with the Invocation. Corpsest from Finland. I love this artwork. I clicked on it. Crazy. Crazy dark atmosphere. This band always sounds like this. I watched them live They sound just like their album, which is, you know, they have, due to the vocals, the singer uses a lot of reverb and knows what he's doing, and I believe he kind of helps produce the band sonically, and how they go live and how they track, because they sound exactly like they do live as the albums. Anyway, back to Invocation, and we'll wrap up. Yeah, it's a unique thing from Chile. I follow them on social media, and they put live posts up and what they have for sale, and they don't gouge you for shipping it for US. You know, it's like $10 or something. I got this shirt for like $25, including the shipping. So they're very modest, and they want to get their stuff out, and I want to support them because I really like them. And I like the way they sound. It sounds like a death metal band that, you know, came out in the 90s or something, or I don't know. I really like the way it sounds. I like the way it's captured. The record, if you can see this thing, help them out and buy it because they deserve it. Anyway, that's the video for today. I filled in with a couple other albums that I thought were unique in its own similarities. But today's was focused on Invocation. So, Invocation, always. Shallow 666. Yeah.